Like we always do about this time. Like we always do. About
Let's go!
this time.
I.O.W. sports.
What's going on, world? It's your girl, Black Barbara Walters.
Chill. Welcome on the building.
And of
Let's
course,
see what he got today. Oh, he
the same unnecessary.
To let you know, look, man. Here comes.
All he needs is some tomfoolery glasses.
Here comes, fool. What's up? That nigga.
I'm still that nigga. Nigga.
All right.
Nigga up in here.
Did the Wolverine come out of you?
Hey, the Wolverine coming out like
Like, what the hell?
claw.
I didn't know if he was going to have a seizure, a heart attack, because you know he old. I didn't know if he was going to pull a muscle in his neck.
Breathe, nigga, breathe.
I didn't know what was going on.
You good?
Hey, I just had a stress test, nigga. They say my heart good. I need about 3 women now.
Welcome to another edition
Test
of
that heart
I
out.
Often Wonder.
First of all, nigga, let's just get you one.
Nigga, I always go for I go for overkill.
Can we start
Can
with
we
one and
start
go
with
from
one?
there?
Overkill.
No, nigga, let's start with one.
I got a good heart.
Yeah, we need to start with
Strong
one.
back.
Because,
Anyway, y'all already know what it is. It's
Deep
I
stroke.
Often Wonder. It is our NFL show edition. Y'all already know what that means.
O.W. sports.
Right.
Yeah.
Y'all didn't know we could do everything, did y'all? Music, sports,
Some of everything.
little
Love
bit
this,
of
love
everything,
that.
merch.
And and most of all, don't get it twisted. We all cooks up in this.
Hello.
Too.
I know that's right.
Hello, all got catering companies.
Anyway.
Mess with us. But before we let you guys eavesdrop on today's NFL show, make sure you go over to the website, www.ioftenwonder.com. On there, you'll find out all the information. It is. It's going to catch real hard. You'll find all the information on all of our social media platforms,
Right.
as well as
All our shit is there.
Yeah, everything. I'm not going to say just go to the website.
Dang.
If you scroll up and keep going, you'll go, or scroll down, actually. I was thinking I do that on the touchscreen
Yeah,
computer.
you like this.
Yeah, because I touchscreen computer, you scroll it up. Anyway, you go down to the bottom. You'll see where it says join our Patreon if you want to contribute to this wonderful podcast.
Right.
Sure.
Because we are your favorite podcast,
Sure. Gang.
So make sure you do that, and there you'll also see the link to get all of the merch. Of course, if you want the
I ain't
inner.
got no merch on today. That's
It's-
weird.
You got
don't
football
ever-
merch on?
He got football merch on, but
No, I ain't even got football merch on.
What?
Well,
Oh, you got the-
technically,
you got
I got a
college
college
football.
football team.
Yeah.
It's
What's on your
baseball.
shirt?
It's
Oh.
baseball.
yeah, you fired.
Yeah, I know.
I couldn't.
man.
I just saw KC, so I was thinking.
Well, I mean, I didn't.
Look,
it's because I ain't.
Don't get high before you get dressed.
My fault.
Get dressed first, then get high.
Yeah, you're right. That's
Yeah,
probably
because
good
you
idea.
just, once you high, you just find the comfortablest thing to put on and go out the door. You don't
That's
even, it
really
don't even
what
matter.
happened.
But you'll be able to get all the merch there as well as everything else. You'll see the behind the scenes access with all of us before we, hit. Well,
When we
before
act the fool.
start the
Better
actual
get ready.
show.
Finna act a fool.
Because we do that 24/7 all day long. Hey guys, I actually remembered to stop my timer last time.
Good job, nigga. Good job.
See, that's a behind the scenes thing. If you're not part of the Patreon page, you would not know what we're talking about.
Motherfucker be having 2 weeks on the
Okay,
timer.
nigga, what? But y'all, hey, I'm learning so at least I know how many hours in 2 weeks.
Y'all are not going
That
to.
might be a trivia question.
Well,
For the win, how
Right.
many hours are in 2 weeks?
See, Lexus left it on for us.
Take the 2, carry the 3.
Right.
Anyway,
Hey,
guys-
you know what? Before we get into these scores, I know we want to get into these scores.
Okay.
What
let's-
up?
So,
What up?
right before we film,
Yeah.
the Miami Dolphins announced they are going with Tua. It's
Right.
Tua time at Miami. No more Fitzmagic.
Right.
Now, I'm just going to say this. Now, the Dolphins, I mean,
Ain't got nothing to lose.
They don't.
They don't, but let's be honest. I mean, you guys are 3-3,
Right.
and Fitzmagic has been playing well. And
Yeah.
Decent.
let's just say,
I'm about to say,
mean,
that's why I was like, yeah.
But I mean,
I don't think he's playing bad. He's playing
he's not
decent.
playing bad.
He's not
but-
playing
but
bad.
I think he's getting the offense rolling. They're
Right.
going.
Right.
Okay.
So
now you
I'm-
start a new chemistry.
Yeah. Here's my thing. I was confused on why they put Tua in for that little garbage time against the Jets for
Right.
some reason. And now it makes sense. And then I look at the schedule. Next week is a bye.
Let me go ahead and get him where I need him to be.
So, yeah, like, you saw.
that was a smart move, though.
I mean, you saw what he did against, it's the Jets. But,
Right.
The Jets is always a practice team.
yeah, it was
Literally.
practice.
Right.
It was
Literally.
live game practice.
right.
If you really think about it, it was
Yeah.
live game practice. I'm pretty sure they're going to amp it up pretty hard
The
for him
Jets
this
is the
week in
preseason.
practice. Yeah, I don't know. I don't get why you messing with that chemistry.
Yeah, I don't understand that either, man. I mean, you're looking at. I don't want to get too far ahead of us, but
Yeah.
you're looking at that division.
Yeah.
Right?
They got a good chance.
Yeah.
Looking at division.
Patriots are kind of trying to find their way.
Right. So you know, what I'm
Bills are
saying?
coming down to earth.
Yeah.
Right. So I think
The Jets.
That's why I didn't want to get too much into it because
Don't want to talk about them.
Right. Well, I'm just saying because we're gonna try to give our
Yeah.
commentary on the
I
teams,
know,
but
I know.
Yeah.
what
we're
I'm saying
going-
is that you got a chance to actually at least at the very least make the playoffs.
Okay,
So why mess that chemistry up and put two in?
So check this out. When they come back off that bye week, you know who their first opponent is?
Patriots,
No.
I was like, no, we don't take that.
Steelers.
No. You get
Chiefs?
You get Aaron Donald in the Rams.
Wow.
So
They're gonna be on him.
welcome to the NFL.
Right.
Welcome to the NFL.
See, you want to start with the Jets again?
See, and that's why I don't get why you just
You up 21-0.
keep no. But here,
Hold on, let me say this.
Yeah.
Because you up 21-0. Okay. In the third quarter, you're 24-0.
Yeah,
Why not put them in there? You got the third quarter, fourth
fourth
quarter.
quarter and get them ready.
Get them ready. You give them a little more time to
Yeah.
play. You know, I mean, the way the Jets playing, I can't see him messing up that much for them to come back.
No,
'Cause Flacco was like.
he was garbage. Yeah, now yeah.
Well, but it's
Right,
the
we're
Jets,
getting into
so
that.
we don't get into
That's why I said I didn't want to get too far into it.
Speak.
I'm just saying, Aaron Donald. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Yeah,
That's a lot to ask for from a rookie.
We're
Right,
we're gonna dig more into
Yeah,
that
we'll
when we
dig
go
that.
into week 7 picks.
Yeah.
Right, right.
Actually, that'll be a part of week 8, but we're gonna talk about it in week 7.
Right.
I just want to say this as a disclaimer to the show. I am not happy with my picks from last week. Woo! Oh yes.
But see, I don't.
We'll
I
get
guess
to
I want to
that.
get to that too, because there's something else I want to say about that. But go ahead. Go ahead.
I needed to say that off.
Let's
the
get to these
first.
scores, y'all.
Let's get to these scores. Okay, we're gonna start out with the beginning of week 6. Houston Texans losing to the Tennessee Titans, 42 to 36.
okay.
And then of course, unfortunately, my boys took an L this week. The Broncos beat us down 18 to 12. That was a good game, regardless of getting trashed on.
Nah, you only saying that because you're a Patriots fan.
Exactly, and I'm always going to say that. I'm always going to stick behind my boys, okay?
Yeah, you're loyal.
I'm very loyal. And finishing up, we had the Chicago Bears beating the Carolina Panthers 23 to 16. Wow.
No Bears.
Jamel, but your team took a win this week.
Yes. So I don't know how happy I am because I want the niggas to lose, and I have an excuse to keep that nigga mad. But anyway. Matthew Stafford
Here you go.
seemed to put a virus on the Jacksonville because that offense was stagnant. They beat the Jacksonville Jaguars 34-16. Wow. The Indianapolis Colts galloped in all over the Cincinnati Bengals. I don't know what was the killer. He won the killer this time, losing 31-27. And the Atlanta Falcons, the Quinless Atlanta Falcons,
The Quinless. And they were winless.
the Quinless winless Atlanta Falcons
Are no longer winless
no longer
more.
winless no more.
Thank God.
They beat the Minnesota Vikings like they wasn't cousins, 40-23.
Please tell us your scores. Please, because I can't with him and his commentary and his analogies to each team.
Oh man, this is I can't with that. All right, following up that mess right there. We got the Washington still looking for a named football team.
Right.
They managed to lose to the little New York Giants, 20-19.
How y'all do that? How y'all do that?
We'll talk about that later.
Restore the G.
Yeah. Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens almost found a way to give up that game.
Yes.
But
Well, we'll talk about that.
yeah, but they found a way to defeat the Philadelphia Carson I can't get right Wentz
Right.
30-28. And then I love seeing Baker I ain't the man Mayfield throwing pick sixes. Losing to the man of steel, Pittsburgh Steelers 38-7 in the butt whooping.
Butt whooping is
And-
not the word for that game.
That was a beat down.
That was
But
like-
you know what? I'm not surprised because even though I picked Cleveland in that game, and I was still on the fence about doing that, I at least wanted to see Cleveland fight.
Right.
And they didn't.
They
They
are who we thought they were.
yeah. Baker Mayfield is
Shout out
not-
to Dennis Green.
Look, Baker is not RIP Dennis Green.
Right, RP Dennis
Yeah.
Baker
That
is
was
not that guy.
heartbreaking.
Baker is not that
No,
guy.
he's
I'm
not.
sorry. He's not that guy. And if I was Jarvis Landry and if I was OBJ, get me the hell out of here.
Quickly.
Now.
Well, let's say
Quickly.
this.
No,
Big.
they had the time. No.
I'm about to
judge is
say,
out.
I'm about to say
It's
it's
out.
been past.
Oh no, I'm not a Baker Mayfield
Let me get out of
apologist.
there. Yeah.
I'm not a Baker Mayfield apologist. I mean, even when he was playing well, I was waiting for the collapse.
Well, the
You
collapse
know,
already happened.
I mean, but at the same time, like you said, I thought it'd be a little better because he was playing decent.
Yeah.
You know,
He was managing the game.
he was managing the game.
Yeah.
So you figure, okay, Landry and them, they hot. Odell hot.
Kareem was hot.
Kareem was hot. It'd be a better. If it was a divisional game, you know, I thought it'd be a better fight.
I thought it would too. But
And
it
I was-
showed the separation between the
But,
top and the
major
bottom
separation.
Right.
of that division. I'm
But
sorry.
I want to
'cause-
talk about. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. I'm sorry. Baker's not that guy.
Yeah.
And
Nope.
Pittsburgh. Ooh, that defense looks good.
They
No, that team looks good.
the holes that
They
they
look
had
good.
at the
They look
beginning
good.
of the season,
They look good.
they figured it out and they are working.
But I'm still
it
scared.
That Chase Claypool.
Oh, my God.
Where did
Out.
he
Oh
come
my
from?
God!
Pittsburgh
Where did he come
always
from?
have diamonds in the rough when it comes to
Wide
receivers.
receiver. You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Where did he come
I mean,
from?
you can argue a few of them were stars when they got there, one or two.
And
Plaxico Burrs was kind of.
Plaxico because he
went to a highly
Michigan
Michigan State, you know what I'm saying?
He had a big name coming
Right.
in.
But Antonio Brown came from a
nobody
small
knew.
school.
Yeah.
I think he went to Central Michigan.
Yeah, he went to Central Michigan.
Who else they had?
J.J.
over there?
Watt was in Central Michigan, too.
Right. Even though Hines Ward went to
Hines
Georgia,
Ward.
but nobody really know about him.
No.
So, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So,
No, Hines
that's-
Ward.
but that's the thing.
Antoine Randall.
Antoine- right.
Even Emmanuel Sanders.
Right.
He was doing big things at Pittsburgh before he went to Denver.
so
And see, and that's the thing.
I mean, you can
They
you can go down the
run
line.
down
You be
the
like, wow.
list.
yeah, and they always have diamonds in the rough, but they always. I feel after
usually
watching
draft
them,
them, too.
yeah, after a while they figure out the right point in time to bring them
Claypool,
out.
He's like
That
he's a beast,
that
man.
play.
he's a matchup problem because he's kind of if you
Look
pay,
how they was using him.
but look at his size.
Right.
And then he has decent speed, and then
And see,
then
they
you
remind me of your team a little bit.
on some real.
The way they use,
I'ma
the way
say
their
this right
offense
now.
work.
I'm gonna say this right now. If playoffs is right now, I
Yeah.
do not want to see them.
Well,
Yeah,
because look at it like
most
this.
definitely.
They run
Nah, I wanna see
Claypool
them.
as a running back sometimes.
Yeah,
You know,
on that jet sweep.
they'll line them up in the trips. He'll, slants,
jet
sweep,
the
all those different ways they
screens.
use them.
Yeah.
Same way
He's-
the Chiefs
Use Tyreek.
use
himself.
Tyreek. Same.
Instead of speed, they're
Right.
using size.
They using size, so it's kind of the same. They mirror
Yeah.
each other.
Yeah, you're right.
So
That's
you know what I'm
smart.
saying. That's a good formula.
but
But go ahead.
here's why I would say I didn't want to see them is because their defense has been consistent.
Consistent.
The only
And
thing-
getting
And
stronger.
and yeah,
But
and
see, here's the thing that y'all have advantage of. They got small cornerbacks.
small quarterbacks, small
And
linebackers
so
too.
Kelsey will be
A
a matchup problem for them.
Oh yeah.
Tariq will be a matchup problem for them.
First of all, he's a matchup problem for everybody. He's
Right,
too fast.
I'm about to say
because of
he's too
speed.
fast.
Too fast.
So you're gonna have to take another player to kind of cover him, which is going to leave a
Take
lot of
somebody-
holes.
yeah,
And then who gonna spy?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so it's some matchup problems. Not to say that it won't be a good game.
Oh yeah.
Oh, it'll be a great
Right.
game. Regardless.
But I want to talk about that when we get to the Chiefs. But I want to talk
Yeah,
about
we'll talk about
I want
that
to talk about
later.
Baltimore.
Yes, that was a good game. But
Here's my problem with
they
Baltimore.
almost let that one slip.
If you look at the
yeah.
Chiefs game,
yeah.
all right, you look at the game they just played,
Right.
and then what's the other game they played before that?
Or pretty much the games they played after that Monday night.
Well, you see,
Because that was week 3.
They didn't. They don't
Yeah.
look strong. You know what I'm saying? The defense looks good, except
But
for the
all-
Chiefs game.
I say Lamar is looking.
And Lamar
kinda-
look a little suspect.
Yes.
I was gonna get on that next, but I'm just saying there's some there's some holes there. There's some issues they need to deal with. Now
I think it's
you can
Lamar.
argue they find they find a ways to win.
Yeah.
But what happens when you meet the right team?
Well,
You know what I'm saying?
Obviously, we saw that.
Right,
Your
right.
feathers
I'm
gonna
saying,
be-
but
your
see, that's
feathers gonna
early in
be
the season
plucked.
too.
That's what's going to happen.
So to your credit, exactly what you were saying.
Mm-hmm.
So they had the Bengals and Washington.
Right.
After
They
that.
didn't dominate the Bengals.
No.
I mean, you
at
think
all.
about for them to be the, for lack of a better
No,
word, the
here.
Bengals to be the weaker team.
Look, the
They should
defense
just-
dominated the Bengals.
Right.
That offense did.
Right.
But their
That's,
offense
the
has
score should have been
looking
higher.
weak
That should have been like
At
a
the
60-3
very-
game.
Well, I won't go say.
No, that should have been a 60-3
It should have been no less
game.
than 30-some points. No
should-
less than that.
They should have had at least 35.
No, they had, it was like 27 to 3.
27-3.
Yeah,
But
come
I
on.
think we all can agree that their offense is not looking as strong as it was when the season started. They look stronger offense in game 1 and 2
Yeah.
than they do now. And there should be no reason why your offense is getting worse instead of getting better. Y'all have more time playing together.
Right.
Now you have more practices, all these different aspects.
The only problem is,
Oh, I'm listening. Now go ahead.
only problem is they have a bye this week, and then coming out of that bye, they have the Pittsburgh Steelers. So, I mean, on some real, whatever's going on with Lamar,
They
You got to
better
get it together.
he has he pretty much got 2 weeks to figure it out. So he
Right.
gotta
get
tighten
it
up.
together.
What else? Oh, okay, so I also wanted to talk about 2 things I wanted to talk about. I'm not going to harp on the Patriots too much about that loss because
Cam looked bad.
no, the whole team looked bad.
Well, the defense
no,
wasn't
okay,
horrible.
You're right. The
defense
defense
wa-
wasn't
'Cause
horrible.
look at the score.
Yes.
And they played Denver.
Yeah. Yes.
Right. The defense wasn't
So
horrible.
you can argue the defense was played a decent game.
Agreed.
However, you got one missed field goal, which was a problem.
Yeah.
Major
Because
problem.
that'd have been because if you look at they make the field goal right now it's 15-18, and I count on have to score a touchdown.
Yeah, just get a field goal tie.
Just get them in field
Let's
goal
get
range.
overtime
You know what I'm
on
saying?
that. Yeah.
So then that became an issue, and then Cam was making some horrible throws, bad decisions.
He was holding on to the ball,
on the
too,
ball
long.
too long.
Oh my
Again,
God.
like we
Yeah.
said at the beginning, I felt
Come
like he
on.
wanted to run. That's all he wants to do this season, and you can't
But it's
do
like,
that.
what is going on in his head?
I don't know, but
that alarm got to go off.
Right.
something has to go off. But I also feel like what people are, not even people, I would push the barrier and say even some of his teammates, because it was his first coming back after being sick and everything of that nature. Why are y'all
I'm glad you
putting
said
all
that.
that on
I'm glad
him?
you said that. It's the whole team was all because they haven't practiced in
Right.
almost 10
Well, I'm
days.
gonna bring that up too as an issue with the overall play of the NFL.
Yes.
Right.
But that's why I'm not going to harp on them so bad about that loss. And yes, it looked bad.
Look back,
But-
we got
But the NFL is probably the number one game that if you don't practice as a team,
Yep.
you're not going to succeed as a team.
And that's
Right,
what I meant by them holding because you
that's why
haven't practiced.
I'm not going to put that on the Patriots so bad about that loss.
Right.
They
will.
haven't practiced. Well, yeah, that's your team.
'Cause that's my team.
So you got different standards. I'm just saying, if you don't practice for 10
But
days,
no,
I'm not
I
expecting
agree
you
with
to,
you.
Right,
And that's,
right,
and
right.
that's kind
to
of
go
the
out
point.
and play another NFL caliber team,
Right.
whether it's the bottom of the barrel or not, and win.
That is the bottom, but go ahead.
Yes, it is.
But that's kind of what I was getting to because you're putting all this on Cam based off of the last practice you had with him.
Yeah.
Not him having to recuperate because we don't know the effects of how bad COVID-19 hit him or whatever else.
Right.
No, you're right.
So I honestly, as Belichick, I honestly probably wouldn't have started him this week.
Well, Cam? Well, I
Not until
Well, he's your
got-
best chance.
yeah,
He's your
that's
best
your best
chance.
chance to
He's
win.
our best chance.
He's your best
No,
chance.
I know what you're
Yes,
saying.
he's our best chance.
I know what you're saying, but that's your best chance. You play
Yeah.
him.
I mean, you look
play him,
behind him.
yes.
It's like
Yeah.
Agreed. Hello.
Okay,
this
Cam,
is
go
my-
ahead.
So you tell
This
me
is
you,
my- this
you
is
tell
my
me
group.
you gonna trust Jared Stidham
Hoyer.
Ryan Hoyer?
I would have put him in at
Lex
least.
Stone.
Ryan is a-
listen.
Ryan Hoyer is a journeyman.
I would have put him in for at least a quarter or so because my thing is you're running Cam. That's why Cam wasn't
Just
throwing
running,
the ball.
okay.
You're
But here's-
running him. He's not up to his full
But
capacity.
here's my issue with that. Hoyer comes in because Hoyer is streaky too.
Right.
So he comes in, he gets on the road. You gonna pull him out?
Yeah.
No,
See what I'm saying?
but now you
You
made
open up
a
a Pandora's
business.
Yeah, you
box.
open a lot of different things with
Yeah.
that.
But you also
I'm
have
understanding
the
what you're saying.
Yeah, you
That's
have the
okay.
background to sit there and say, this is why I did this. Because say he did put him in.
And it
And
worked
he
out.
did-
Tell
and
me
he did play
Belichick
it.
wasn't the only one to get credit for some shit.
Right, right.
I don't feel like that was a
Right,
quote
you're right.
unquote Belichick
Yeah, you're right.
normality of how
Speaking
he
of
strategy.
Belichick, so he had two disciples of Belichick in that Texans and Titans game.
Right.
And then there's because I brought that up, and then I want to bring up the Washington football team and the Giants because both of them came down to the last seconds. So in the Washington football team and Giants game,
Poor decision making.
no,
was no
Riverboat
decision.
Ron went for it instead of going for the extra point to tie it and to go into overtime. He went for the win.
I'm not as mad as that.
I'm
as
not
I was
mad at
mad
that.
as the.
I was mad at
as-
Romeo Crennels.
Okay.
Because you're up 7. If you kick the extra point, you're up 8.
Right.
Look, I know you had trouble stopping that offense of Tennessee.
Right.
But I would rather put
I would
that.
have to score twice on me then.
Yeah, you got to score. You got to score a touchdown and
You
a
gotta score the 2-point
two-point
conversion, right.
I have J.J. Watt on that team.
Right.
You pretty much left the Titans with a minute and some change to go all the way down the field and get a touchdown and get a 2-point conversion.
Right.
I like my chances with
But
J.J.
that
Watt
nigga,
and that
that
defense.
nigga Henry.
Okay, but that was Derrick Henry. When you talking about that time left, you talking about a passing scenario, not a running scenario.
Right. I understand what
So
you're saying.
I can cover that defense.
Mm-hmm.
You should be, especially Romeo Crennel was supposed to be a defensive guy,
Right.
And you got J.J. Watt,
Right.
You still got some kind of respectable pieces on that defense.
Mm-hmm,
So make them drive the field. That's why I didn't understand that. Now I understand him being an interim coach.
Mm-hmm.
You got nothing to lose. Teams 1-5. Go for the kill shot.
Right.
Go for the gusto.
Yeah,
Right.
that'd have been a kill shot, and
Right.
they got the 2-point.
Right.
But still, if you kick the extra point, it's 8 points. You still put them in a real forcible situation
Right.
to make a miracle happen.
Right.
And let's be honest, you want the ball in Ryan Tannehill's hands or Derrick Henry's hands? As a defensive guy, put it in Tannehill's hands.
Right.
Not Derrick Henry.
You're taking Henry
We
out
see
of the
what he's
equation.
doing.
Because-
Man, that was a 95 yards he ran.
He went 2
I'm talking
bills.
about. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about his total yards. Some of that one he
Yes.
ran.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Good Lord, I was like, that nigga gone.
Yo,
like, well,
yo, big nigga
Catch
move.
a nigga if you
I
can.
was like, he gone.
Yo, tell me that one like a H2 Hummer with some NOS
Right.
Nah, I say-
shooting
Hit
down
the
the-
nitrous.
like some Fast and the Furious shit, bro.
Like-
I'm like, God damn. Look at
Well,
this motherfucker.
before we talk about the last 2 games, hold that thought because
Falcons gotta win.
Yeah,
Woo-hoo.
we gonna talk about it when we come
The
back.
Quinless winless Falcons.
Y'all stay tuned. We'll be right back with some more scores and a little bit more commentary with the off the game. Y'all stay tuned.
Figure 8 is double 4. Figure 4 is half of 8. If you skate, you would be great. If you could make 4 times 4 is 2 times 8. If you skate upon thin ice, you'd be wise if you thought twice before you made another single move. 1 times 8 is 8. 2 times 8 is 6.
I'm saying you could put a lot of quarterbacks in that position,
No, you can't.
and if your defense
No, you
forces
can't.
basically 2 pick sixes,
No, you
you're going to win.
You can't do that. You can't
Listen.
put a lot of quarterbacks in there and do that. Go ahead and finish.
107. Hold on. To hand the ball to your running back, it's 130-something, 113 yards, about 5 yards a carry. It's running game and defense. Tom Brady is a professional quarterback, and he's clutch. No doubt about it. But really, the last couple of years, he's been relying on running game and defense. How was yesterday any different?
Do you have a tape? Just one. Because you said it's really a credit to Aaron Rodgers, but that's really crediting Tampa Bay's defense. That's 2 different
No,
takes.
that's the same thing.
No.
Who are you blaming?
No, it's not the
Rodgers or
same.
Brady?
It's not the same. It's not the same. It's not the
Who
same.
are you blaming, Rodgers or Brady? You blame Rodgers. That's crediting the Bucs defense.
And we are back.
We back.
That was just a clip about Tom
A be cracking
Brady.
me up.
Listen, y'all should know. That's why I don't ever introduce who it is, because y'all should know 9 times out of 10.
Everybody know that nigga
it's,
voice.
It's Stephen A. But that was a clip about them discussing AR and Tom Brady.
AR-12.
What do y'all
And that
before?
clip shooting blanks.
Listen,
Clip was empty.
before we even get into their score, what do y'all think about what they?
What Max Kellerman said.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
Go ahead, I'll let you do yours. Take your take first.
The Packers do this every year where they get a true beat down. But yet they always end up in the playoffs, and they always end up deep in the playoffs. So,
Well, okay. I want to cut you off, but
now go ahead.
let's just deal specific with that game.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Or with that, I mean, with that, not with that game, but with that actual statement that Max Kellerman.
Oh, okay,
Let's
okay.
deal with
Okay,
that. Then we
let's
go into
do
the
that.
commentary. There.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Whose fault do you think it was?
I mean,
Was it more? Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Let's start with that. We go into it.
you know what? I'm gonna have to ride with Max on that. I mean,
Okay.
if you ask me, he made a true point. What Tom Brady's been relying on the last few years is defense and running.
Right.
I mean, look at New England statistically was like,
Heavy tone.
yeah, they
She rubbing off on you.
But
now.
I'm saying they put up history numbers last year on defense.
Yes,
Yeah,
they did.
yeah.
And they ran the ball like crazy last
Okay.
year.
Yes, they did.
But
And that was kind of Brady's formula last few years in New England. So I'm not surprised it's transferring over to Tampa Bay. They got a great defense.
right.
They got a good running game.
Okay.
Why not?
Okay.
He's not telling a lie.
Why
saying he's
break something that's not,
not
broken?
Exactly.
Right.
I mean, Max isn't wrong saying he's a professional quarterback. He is a professional quarterback
The man
because
is one
he
of the
got 6 rings.
oldest.
Well,
He takes quarterbacking professionally as in doing the job that the
that's
quarterback's
right, and I agree
supposed
with
to
that.
do.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
So I don't see any fault in what Max said.
I guess the only issue there's a couple of things I want to say, but
A couple.
one thing I want to say right now is that an issue I take up with him, you can't put anybody in that situation. I think Max is wrong about that.
No, I
You
think
know-
no,
absolutely
no,
not.
hold
You know
what I'm saying?
Hold
It
on,
does
hold on,
take-
hold on,
it does
hold on,
take-
hold on. Look at all those plays that they're running in Tampa Bay. Are the same fucking plays. they're running
Jameis
in
Winston was in that situation.
no.
He threw
No.
6.
That I'm talking.
picks.
I'm talking about Tom Brady in Tampa Bay.
Right.
He's running the same offense he's running
I understand
in
that.
New England.
But I'm saying
He
Kellerman
ain't-
raised the issue of saying
he ain't changing
this is what
nothing.
Kellerman said in a nutshell.
in the totality.
Yeah, in the totality. He's
yeah.
saying it's Aaron Rodgers' fault that the Green Bay Packers lost. Then he's saying that if you look at, way Tampa Bay is running
Yeah.
their offense, the same offense they ran in New
New
England.
England, yeah.
Then he tried to raise the point that in that Tampa Bay system now, you put any quarterback in that situation, they'll succeed. And I'll say
no. Okay.
And I'll say
Now-
no. He's
okay,
wrong
you're
on
right.
that because
He's very wrong
it
in
still
that
takes,
situation.
like you said, a professional quarterback
Right.
to
Okay.
run that system.
Now, if you're going that way, I'm with you.
Now he
Because
can
you can't
argue
swap.
his argument has more validity if he said it may be easier, but not to say that you will have
But anybody
it may be
absolutely
easier
not.
for somebody
Yeah.
not to say anybody to be
Anybody.
successful
No, you're
in
right.
that role. You know
I'm
what I'm
with you.
saying?
I'm with you on that.
Right, but if you
Okay.
want to talk about fault. To me, it's hard to say
Whose fault?
Aaron Rodgers was at fault because he was knocked down 11 times, sacked
Sacks,
4 to 5
yeah.
times. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but that
and you can
first
see,
pick,
and you see
though-
that, you see that frustration on his face, man. He was so frustrated.
But hold
Once you
on.
frustrate somebody,
Hey, but that
There's
pick
no
six,
clarity
bro,
thinking
Yeah.
after that.
That pick six.
but the ball was tipped.
No, but he stared that receiver down. So
Okay,
he
yeah, right.
he telegraphed that. I'm
Okay,
sorry. He
okay,
telegraphed
let's go
that.
with that. So give him the pick. So excuse me.
That
so you
pick
take the
is his
pick.
fault.
Okay, you take the pick, right?
It's still 10-7.
It's still 10-7.
But then he
But now
followed
the fact
up
you
with
talking
another
about
one.
right? But I'm saying
Now
you
that one was the tip one.
right.
wasn't it?
That might be the 10th one. I can't remember which
second
one came first.
Yeah.
So give you the first initial one, whichever one was the one he threw to the receiver.
The pick six was
Right.
first.
The pick
Yeah,
six.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
you take that one. That's defense on Tampa Bay. One, Green Bay nothing.
Yeah.
Fault goes to Aaron.
Yeah.
The pick, I think it's like in baseball. You know, sometimes an error goes to maybe the shortstop or somebody, but it's not necessarily the way it's designed that shortstop's fault.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think a tip is not, even though it on paper
Yeah, it
or
ends up as
statistically
an
it
interception.
ends up an interception.
Yeah.
But
That-
some
to
of
me,
the
that's
blame
just a
should
luck
go.
of the draw.
Some of the blame should go to the receiver, especially if it hit the receivers in the hand.
Oh, well, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was always taught if it hit your hands, you catch it.
That's old school.
That's all I was taught that. Hit your hands, you catch it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even if it's acrobatic. If,
Right.
If you
You
made
do what
If you
the,
put your hand up there,
Catch it.
you better pull it down.
if you made the effort to get
Right.
up there,
You put your hand up there, you
and
got to pull it
touch
down.
you better get it.
You got to get it.
Nah,
So,
I'm with you on that.
but I think the defense put it on him so bad. Can you really say it's his fault?
That's why I said
11 times that nigga was knocked down, rushed.
they was beating his head in.
At least I can't remember it was 4 or 5 times he was actually sacked.
But that's why I was saying earlier.
And I watched his face, man.
He was defeated.
frustrated.
He was
like,
defeated. He was defeated.
And once I don't care who it
He
is.
was-
Once you frustrate a person, defeat a person, it's over.
Mentally,
You didn't
yeah.
want to fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll talk about
That's
that.
Right,
good.
right. But go
But
ahead.
let's get into the scores. And of course, we've been talking about Green Bay and Tampa. And of course, the Packers lost to Tampa Bay 38 to
Ass
10.
whooping.
Lord, that was an interesting game. Followed by the Jets, of course, being
They
practice
always gonna
team.
lose.
For the Miami Dolphins, 24 to
0.
zilch.
They got playing. Now, them boys got playing.
Zilch.
Boys got a whole donut.
I can't. Man, what's going on in Los Angeles, though?
So now we go over to Los Angeles and San Francisco, where the resurrected Garoppolo rammed the Rams 24 to 16. The Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys, where we have Andy Howdy Doody Dalton.
Story 2.
Right. Toy Story 2 Dalton loses to. I wanted to see him do something, guys. I felt bad for him. But anyway, they lost 38 to 10. Now that game, you see some of the Cowboys fans talking about defeated. This one nigga was crying.
Yeah.
I'm like, why you crying? You should not be surprised.
Not at all.
At all.
Did you
But
watch
y'all
any of the
thought
games this year?
Y'all thought y'all were
Yeah.
going to the Super Bowl.
And speaking of no surprise,
Oh, Lord.
and you was talking about Super Bowl, the reigning,
Here you go.
defending,
Here he go.
undisputed NFL Super Bowl champions.
That's why he don't have none of that gear on.
Kansas City Chiefs. I don't need to. They know what's up. Kansas City Chiefs went all the way up to upstate New York and munched on some Buffalo Bills.
I know that's right. Buffalo Wild.
26
What's the word?
to 17. And you know what was crazy? We had a good running game. But the crazy thing
He was
is,
running all over them.
we ain't even play the guy that we just picked up.
Right. You
Just in
guys
case y'all been
did
living
pick
under
him
a rock.
up.
We got Le'Veon
La,
Bell.
la,
Le'Veon Bell
la,
had
la, la.
several suitors soon after the New York Jets chose to release him on Tuesday night after extensive discussions with Bell and his agent. The Buffalo Bills were interested. There would have been a chance to go in there. The Miami Dolphins were interested. That was interesting because Le'Veon Bell trains down in Miami in the offseason. But in Kansas City, where he has now agreeing to terms, according to Jim Trotter and I, he gets to join a championship caliber team on which he does not necessarily have to be the bell cow back. We all know that they have Clyde Edwards-Helaire on that Chiefs team. He is going to get a ton of the work. But Kansas City's been in the market
The
for a
rich
veteran running back ever
get
since
richer.
Damian Williams opted
The
out of the
rich
season.
get richer.
Okay, so let me ask you this, because we kind of discussed it, in our normal daily conversation that we have. But how do you feel about them picking up? Because you guys have a strong roster. Period.
All right, so I'm gonna be 100 about it. I actually really wasn't expecting the Chiefs to even
None
make
of
that
us
move.
were.
Yeah, because even when we talked
Well, I
about
said
it,
something about it. Lamar was like,
we said about it, and then they end up dropping the news the next day. So it's crazy. But I'm just gonna say, like, look, he's still 28. He still got tread on the tires. I mean, just like the clip said, he doesn't have to be a bell cow. I mean, we saw what my man CEH did last night. He went
ridiculous.
25.
Now I want to ask you something.
Yes, go ahead.
Take off your Kansas City hat.
No, I am. Put my football hat on.
Put your football hat on. Your football analyst hat.
Thank you so kindly.
Was it as much as Buffalo was playing so bad, or Kansas City was so good? Because I'm gonna say this: Kansas City. I don't want to say go as far as I said earlier about they're not looking as strong as the Ravens, but they still don't look as potent as they did last year.
No, we don't.
And so, and I'm not taking nothing away from them. I want me to say that up front. I'm not trying to take nothing away from them because they won the game.
They played. There was 5-1.
I'm saying they played a good game. They played a good game. It was a good game plan, a good scheme. They ran a good scheme. They took advantage of it. But I
think Buffalo's still a good team.
Was it as much as Buffalo being exposed? You know what I'm saying? You look at the way they lost to the Tennessee Titans. Now the way they lost to Kansas City, are they being exposed?
I'm gonna say this. Now, one thing that we all liked about Buffalo this year was their defense,
and they couldn't stop the run. And I mean, they was getting gashed, bro.
And like, you can even go back to that Rams Buffalo game.
Right.
They let the Rams come back in that game, and they were up double digits. And they almost lost that game.
Right.
So, if you comparing Buffalo defense this year to last year, I think they lost a step. I don't think they're as much dominant as they were last year.
Right.
But at this point in time, just to answer your question, I think it's a mixture of both.
Okay.
I think Buffalo defense is not the same as it was last year, not dominant, like I was saying. And then at the same time, it's good to see Kansas City have a more balanced offense.
Right.
Mahomes, because if you look at it, this is the same game plan they did week 1 against Houston. Mahomes only threw it 25 times. Then you got the ball carrier getting 25 carries. And then you got other runners in there taking carries.
Right.
And, I mean, the Chiefs ran the ball 40-plus times.
How much did Larry get? 200 something. Kind of last I looked, I cut it off at.
No, I think he had like 160 or something.
I think he had 2 something.
No, that was Derrick Henry.
That was Derrick Henry.
But if you think about it, and especially with Andy Reid, he don't like to
He don't like to run.
And even when the thing is having, and here's what bothers me about the Bell signing is that Clyde was averaging 4 yards a carry. Like 4 yards a carry is pretty good in the NFL.
But see,
here's
why I challenge you on that.
No, hold on.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish your point.
So you run the ball 3 times in a possession.
Right.
That's 12 yards. You're guaranteed to get a first down. So you keep the chains moving.
Right.
So here's my thing. I felt that the Andy and Eric Bieniemy, the offensive coordinator, were not using Clyde as what he does best.
Okay.
Get him out in the space. Get him one-on-one on a linebacker.
Right.
On a safety.
Right.
He can win those matchups easily. And they were taking a 5'7" guy.
5'8".
5'7", 5'8". He's small.
Don't take his height. Don't take his height.
Saying.
Yeah, I know what I'm saying.
He's 5'7", 5'8".
Right.
Maybe 2 bills in weight. And you keep trying to run him up the middle against 300-pound linemen waiting for him to come through.
Right.
Sometimes I just felt that they weren't using him properly. So that's why I didn't understand the signing of Le'Veon Bell. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm going to take it. He's 28. He's still young. He can add a different dimension. We saw what he did at Pittsburgh.
Right.
Especially even when he had some success, I guess, highlights with the Jets whenever he played. I mean, it's hard to find them. There's not too many highlights going on up there. But,
except for like negative highlights.
So, I mean,
like a Flacco throwing to the fans.
Their highlight is
like, nigga, is that in the parking lot?
They're the best.
No, here's what I say about this. Here's what I say about this. I think that you add an extra weapon. Now, think about this.
Yeah.
You bring Le'Veon in.
Okay.
You line them up wide. You got Kelsey. You got Hill,
Tyreek.
Tyreek Hill. You know what I'm saying? Le'Veon.
That's 3.
Kelsey. So you got 3 receivers already that's hard to stop.
Then you got Sammy Watkins.
Yeah, I'm about to say that. You got Watkins. That's
And
4
then
receivers.
then you got
him in the backfield. Play action, it would be a monster.
Who you gonna cover?
But then look, you got play action. You got the jet sweep because you can line Le'Veon like he gonna go out.
Yeah.
So you do that a couple of times. Next play you come in, he comes back.
I noticed
jet
something.
sweep. That's another weapon.
I noticed something. Ever since that Patriots game, everybody's been copying what Bill Belichick did.
Right.
Yeah.
They're trying to play the zone. Keep everybody back. Let you have that underneath shit.
Right.
Rush 3 or 4 and try to get pressure.
Right.
It worked with the Raiders. I saw the Bills try to do it last night. It didn't quite work.
Well, you got to have the talent to do it.
What?
Bills
No, the Bills defense got talent.
Well, they had to bring up Brian Cox Jr.
Yeah.
And another guy. I got the other guy's name.
I can't remember neither.
Yeah, they had to bring them up.
They they got a couple injuries.
Yeah.
But that's why I said their defense is not the same as last year. But look, y'all gonna keep trying to run this zone, and you see what Clyde just did. You add Le'Veon Bell. Sammy's gonna come back from injury soon.
Right.
But even our backup receivers been looking good. Who y'all gonna cover?
It's a monster. then you
wind.
didn't even bring
The
up
wind.
that Mahomes come out the backfield. Man, that run he did.
Can run, yes.
Well, he stopped.
Yeah,
And then I was like, oh, they got him. I said, he got him.
He faked
I
him.
said, hey, oh, he got him. Nigga.
Hey, he faked me.
All right, he faked me too.
He was running. I was like, oh, he about to go out of bounds. He gonna be short because it was like the 3rd down. Or
Right.
something. And then he did whoop whoop. In my opinion, he got that first down, and it was a bad spot.
Yeah, it was a bad spot.
Anyway,
Either way.
another. All right, I also want to talk about real quick before we go to break. Okay, so the Rams are 4-2.
Okay.
You know, all their 4 wins are against the NFC East, the worst division. So when you play San Francisco, who's riddled with injuries, and don't get me wrong, it's a division game,
Man, that game.
but they dominated them. So that score 24-16 is not really indicative of
No,
the
of
dominance
what- right.
that San Francisco did. I'm ready to go out and say that I say the Rams are a good team, but
not
when
Super Bowl contender.
no,
Absolutely
they are
not.
Super Bowl contender.
because when you play competent teams, and even though San Francisco got a lot of injuries, they're still competent. They look like ass. They look overpowered, overmatched. Aaron Donald got 1 QB hit, 2 tackles, no sacks, got no pressure.
I don't think that's indicative to who Aaron Donald is.
No. I'm just saying that San Francisco.
Right, I understand what you're
game
saying.
plan-
I understand what you're saying.
They game plan for it.
Right.
They were smart with
So
that.
here's an issue I will raise. I was gonna wait a little bit to the end, but
Well,
How much-
Now's the best time to do it.
how much does COVID play into this as the overall play that we're seeing? You know what I'm saying? Is that part of why you're seeing so? I mean, because you look at it like this. Some of the teams that you
I got a rebuttal for that.
Let me finish this part.
Yeah, go ahead, because I got a good rebuttal
So
for
you
that.
have, because like I'm watching the season.
Yeah.
Teams that you say, okay, they doing good, they on the road.
Yeah.
Then like next week they look.
Totally
I'm
different.
talking about totally opposite.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
Polar opposite.
I agree.
And then the ones like that you see that's good. I mean that's bad.
Yeah.
They turn around. They looking like they Super Bowl contenders.
Okay.
You know. Go ahead.
So here's my rebuttal. All right. So first, I'm gonna give you the examples of actually where you might be right at.
Okay.
So the Bills had their own Corona stuff. They had to reschedule, and they got 2 losses in a row.
Right.
All right. The Patriots had their own Corona problems. We see what
where
happened
we
with
at
that.
now.
Right.
All right. Now, on the flip side, here's my rebuttal to this. You got the Tennessee Titans, who was the number 1 team affected by COVID, are still undefeated. Not only did they beat the shit out of damn Buffalo last
Right.
week, they King Henry was still looking like a beast yesterday.
But could they just be an anomaly?
But the Chiefs had their schedule move around more than once about COVID.
But they don't
They're
look as.
5-1.
But I'm saying,
But
you
they
look at
don't
the
look as-
score. I'm looking at the
right.
play.
I
The
know
Chiefs
what you're
don't look
saying.
as strong either. So could COVID have a problem with that? I mean, be an
I
issue.
think COVID has. We said it in.
I'm saying it's gonna affect it. Yeah.
Right,
We said
okay,
it in
okay,
episode
okay.
1 that it's going to play a very major part on the structures and how quickly they bounce back from injuries,
You're right.
how quickly they practice and get a mesh for each other.
I
And
think
we're
the Patriots
seeing
are the
that.
biggest example of that.
Yeah, we're seeing exactly
Because
that.
they just look.
They look garbage. I said, nigga, you playing Denver, nigga. That's next to playing
All
the
right.
Jets.
I know we're supposed to go to commercial break,
Yeah.
but I gotta say this.
Keep saying that, nigga. Keep saying
I
that.
know. But
Because you
all right.
run my time.
So we know how up and down Cam plays.
Right.
So with him being out, now we saw how he came back and played.
Right.
I
He's not
think
allowed to get that momentum.
it killed his momentum because all that momentum he had the first few weeks is
Gone.
gone.
Right. I can
Now
see that.
he has to work on getting that momentum back,
And
and that might take 2, 3,
But that's
maybe 4 weeks.
It's going
Right.
to. I honestly feel like it's going to take longer than that because I'm looking at it from a health point of view.
Yeah.
You are talking about a disease that affects your respiratory system. You're talking about needing your respiratory system.
Sometimes cognitive too.
Right.
Yeah,
to
right.
be able to.
Hey, maybe I got COVID.
No, nigga, you just old.
You had COVID a long time if that's the case.
But sidebar to
Nigga
that.
got lifelong COVID.
right.
Sidebar, but kind of related to
The
this.
original character.
You see what happened to Scarface?
Face.
He needs a liver because of COVID.
Yeah.
You know, it attacked his respiratory and everything. Everything when he came back.
Yeah.
But also then all of a sudden now
Now
it,
you got
it messed his liver. He got complications. Now he need a liver.
And that's the thing.
So now going back to you with Cam or any other player.
Yeah.
You know,
That's
we don't know
contracted.
what's gonna happen down the line. What might affect them.
But not only
That's the
that,
scary thing. That's why I think they should shut it down.
But not only that. Think about. Think about this.
as a
part.
fan, you may not want that.
Right. But think about it. But I
didn't
have to
even
agree.
think
I
about
have
it
to agree
that
with him
way,
because
bro.
think about this. When they first started saying all of the symptoms that come
Right.
with COVID, you're getting the body aches alone,
Right.
as if it's the flu times 10.
God forbid somebody die.
Die.
What you do then?
Right.
Now you become negligent.
Now you know NFL will find a way to get.
I mean,
got a loophole
maybe
somewhere.
not. Maybe they may not negligent.
NFL ain't
Let me say it
taking-
like this. Maybe not
NFL ain't
negligent.
taking no rap for none of that, dog.
Oh no, maybe not where they can have a legal thing against them.
No, I feel you.
But
I
there's a
feel you. It's a
stain
stain yeah.
on the NFL.
Especially if he's on field.
You know what I'm saying?
and
Because
on
sometimes
camera.
public opinion
Now
It
and
matters.
now,
speaks
It matters.
volume.
and don't let it
matters.
be in one of these stadiums where they're allowing the fans to be there. Then
Right.
it's going to be a whole.
Or if a fan
big
dies, the
issue.
fan not protected. Like the players are.
But you know
didn't
their
even-
excuse to
Ooh.
that.
now you
is
point.
gonna
See, we
be-
rubbing off on you,
No.
nigga. Now you
No,
point.
Oh, I'm saying that's a Pandora's box.
That's a
I didn't even think
Pandora's
about
box.
that.
But
Yeah.
not only that, now especially for fan passes, then that the whole waiver that they're making the fan sign is gonna go out the window. They're gonna be like, well,
Well,
it's gonna cover them to a certain extent.
Yeah, but
they're still gonna take it to
you'll-
the next level.
You'll still have fans go.
Yeah,
of
people.
course.
Yeah.
Tell us
Niggas ain't
what
wearing
y'all-
masks now. You talking about?
that part. Tell us what y'all think in the comments. Y'all stay tuned. When we come back from this commercial break, we're gonna go into Week 7 picks, baby. Y'all stay tuned.
Chill.
Hold up, back up, back up. Yeah, nigga. Hold up, back up. Got to get the dough. No time. You know the fucking vibes, nigga. Hold up, back up. Gangsta shit, fuck nigga. No time to hide. Drive-bys in broad daylight, nigga. Got to get the dough. Give a fuck who outside, boy. No time to hide. Look. We got guns like the military, killing bury all the ops until I fill a cemetery. You know the motto, I smoke the gelato lemon cherry, 50 clip in every stick I carry. I'm a visionary. I seen this shit before it came to fruition. When I used to be reciting my shit while I was bagging cane in the kitchen, weighing and whipping. I got shot in my head, I almost died, bro. I came within inches. Why I been staying relentless? At 15, caught a body, turned around and looked for witnesses, but never saw nobody. How I'm breaking bricks up with my hands, I wasn't taught karate. I just flipped that shit and took the bands and went and bought a Mozzie. Riding with the 40 by me, 2021 form. My brother on parole, he's still riding with his gun on him. Whipping fish up all night till it become morning. Stay in your lane, this your one warning. Machine, bitch. Got to get the dough.
Shit.
No time to hide. Hold up, back up. Got to get the dough. No
Shit, nigga.
time to hide.
Honcho.
Hold up, back up. Got to get the dough. No time to hide.
Honcho.
Hold up, back up. Got to get the dough. And everything is alright.
Yeah. I had a dream by any means, kingpin. Sink or swim, I'm jumping off in the deep end.
And we
Gang
back.
signs and a strap of young.
Get it, Lex.
That song was so much better than commercial break number 1.
Yeah, he
I
was
don't-
playing now Schoolhouse Rock.
And look, I exposed y'all to everything, okay?
Oh my God.
I'm pretty
All
sure we know
levels,
our
all ranges.
we know our multiplication factors. Okay, thank you so much. We're not even going to get into it.
This
But
is reminisce.
welcome back.
We back.
Reminisce.
We are back.
Like Mary
Yeah,
J.
back,
Blige,
yeah,
nigga.
back.
Throw that back.
Oh.
Throw that back. Throw that back.
knew he
Throw
was
that back.
gonna
Oh yeah.
Throw that back. Throw that
Anyway.
back.
Hey, before we get into the picks,
Yeah, how did last week shape up?
man, on some real Lex, I know you already said it, but just to remind everybody,
Speaking of Mary J. Blige, you read mine? No.
damn,
Listen,
Lex, it
I
was a
bet
bad week, baby.
I bet y'all won't go out on a limb no more and trust y'all sorry jokers.
Trust us.
going-
No,
Not
these
you.
your
No,
picks.
I'm not saying no.
Oh, you talking
I
about
was
the
looking at
play?
the camera.
She talking about the voices in her head.
I was looking at the camera. Wasn't looking at y'all. I'm sorry. Let me rephrase
Lex,
that.
Well, you went 4-10 last week.
I did.
Yeah, rough week.
That was a rough
But you
week.
know what? That nigga caught some ground. He's still in last place.
I knew that. I saw something. I was counting my. I was like, dang.
Yeah, but I mean, you went 7-7, so you broke even, and then the boy went 8-6. So coming into week 7 picks, Mail still bringing up the rear, 52-38-1, but you starting to close that gap though. Yeah. And then Lex Bubble 56-34-1. Y'all better catch up because I'm at the lead, y'all. I'm 62-28-1.
Do your thing. Ain't that far.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that trophy or the championship fantasy belt I'm gonna get at the end of the season. I might as well keep it at the house. I ain't.
Yeah, you might as well keep it. Yeah. That's whatever.
Season not over yet, nigga.
Oh, it's over.
All right, well, let's get into.
Especially if you're going 4-10 again next
Listen,
week.
I guarantee he is not going for it.
Poncho.
Not going.
Let's do it. Let's get these
You
picks
didn't rub
in.
off on me that week.
I'm
I don't
sorry.
know what
You
happened.
should have smoked my strand, nigga.
Anytime you come in the room, I'm get a sniff. Like, all right, now my pick is.
I'm like, y'all niggas sniff me one more again.
Make sure we get it right. All right.
I'm about to predict the future, nigga.
Right. I already know who gonna win the election.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
already know it.
Nigga, we all know who better win.
Listen, we
Obama.
Yeah.
Going into this week's picks,
Yeah, let's move
let's
on.
start off on
I
Thursday's
must have
night
smoked too
game.
much.
Yeah, a little too much. You inhaled a little too far there, buddy.
Slow down, buddy.
You was a lightweight. You still a lightweight, all right?
Slow down, buddy.
We actually have a game this week on Thursday.
Yes,
It's
we
going to
do.
be the Giants taking on the Eagles.
Snooze fest.
Yeah,
Snooze fest.
they're about to say they both.
Did you see the argument with Kellerman and Dan Orlovsky?
No.
No, I heard about it, though. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, but it's arguing about Carson Wentz.
Look, Carson Wentz has not been playing good. All right, let's be 100. He hasn't been playing good, but he's kind of been doing what Dak was doing before he went out. Like he gets down and then he wheels his team back into the game.
Right.
But he's doing it against quality teams. He did it against Pittsburgh, did it against Baltimore, so. But the only problem is he's still not winning. So at the end of the day,
it's down to win.
yeah,
right,
All
so
about the
who y'all going with?
throwing up the W.
But you know what? They got the Giants. I'm going Philly. No, I'm not doing that. I will not fall for the Giants.
Yeah, with little
the Giants
G.
came through for you last week, but they couldn't come through for me. So I know.
Nigga, I just don't believe in Washington. Sorry.
Well,
But
that's what helped you.
I'm going Philly.
I'm about to say that's Philly across the board. Next is going to be across the board automatically. We're all going the Bills. That starts out Sunday's game.
Man,
Oh, they got
They're-
the
Bills
Jets.
got a point to
Yep.
prove. They got
They got the Jets.
They got the
Oh,
Jets.
Yeah. We ain't even gonna need to talk about that.
All right. So also on Sunday we
Wait,
have.
we could. Adam Gase should be gone soon. He got to be gone soon.
Nope.
What the hell he
Not
got to
yet.
do to get fired?
Not yet.
Do he got to fuck the owner's daughter or some shit and then slap her and cheat on her?
He might get a promotion.
he might.
I ain't like her anyways.
They might give him ownership of the team and still let him coach. I don't know.
I'm just saying, what this motherfucker got to do? What does
Look,
he have
man.
to do to get fired?
He's
man.
not.
I think-
Patricia's still there.
Here-
He ain't going
no,
nowhere.
here's what- here's what I
but
think. Here's what I
Patricia's a
think.
different story.
It is.
Here's what I
but-
think.
But this,
I think that Patricia gonna make it to the end of the season.
he might.
Cause look at
he's
their
winning.
schedule though. Their
Because
schedule is
he's
weak.
winning. But I'm saying he's winning.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The back half of their schedule is weak, so he gonna get some wins in there, and so that's gonna make him at least last to the end of the season. But I think he will be fired at the end of the season because they've been having some talks behind the scene, but I've been reading Detroit Free Press and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Now, Gates, I'm not familiar with the Jets organization enough to know how they do things.
Nobody
What are
is
you talking
familiar
about?
with them.
I'm saying-
They're the
You see
practice
it-
squad.
What
I'm
I'm
saying-
talking about? You seen the product they've been putting on the
Don't mean
field
nothing.
since Rex
every
Ryan left.
every organization has a way of doing things, and I think that it ain't fired him yet.
He's gonna be next.
He
though.
may. Let me see. I tell you this: if they lose to Buffalo, he's still there. He gonna make it through the season.
I can agree with that because they're just
Now they fire him out to
0-6.
Buffalo, then okay.
Then,
But
yeah.
like I said, if they lose to Buffalo, he's still
But
there.
if
And
you
they don't
think
fire
about
him.
it-
He's gonna make it to the end of the season.
That's the craziest shit in the fucking world, man. Anyway, let's get on to these Packers. I need to move
They going
on.
for the record, nigga. They going for the record.
Listen,
No, they going
It's
for Trevor Lawrence.
It's a,
bro.
oh, that too. That might be it too. They might say keep him there. Let's get Trevor.
I'm just saying.
we gonna
Trey-
see.
With Doug
'cause
Marrone.
I'm just saying, Sam Darnold is still under contract. He's still young. Trade him, get value. More than likely, offensive lineman.
Right.
Get Trevor. I can see him doing that.
I can see him doing that too. But anyway, go ahead.
But if
Alright,
I was
so
Trevor
you're-
Lawrence,
But can I just say,
I'll pull Eli Manning. I ain't going
all
there.
right, but can I just say,
Just say it.
Flacco,
Look like trash.
that nigga like he need to be fitted for a walker.
How the fuck did he win a Super Bowl?
He was throwing.
Nobody
he was
knows.
throwing 10 feet over receivers.
Is this the same guy?
I don't know. That nigga might have been high that too. He must.
Yeah, I
He
mean,
might have been smoking your strand.
But I'm
during the
saying,
Super Bowl
no,
season.
no. If
During
he
the
was
Super Bowl.
No, if he was smoking my strand, he'd be.
I'm saying during the Super Bowl.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, like 2013 and 2020 ain't that long ago.
It's not. You talking about 7 years? Nigga.
It's not. We gonna see though.
And
It must be in football years
I'm
because
just
this nigga
saying
look like.
because Matt Ryan was in that same draft class, and Matt Ryan still.
I think,
he still
I think
looks-
he
yeah,
got
he still look good.
He's gotten way too comfortable. That's my take
He
on
need
it.
to go ahead and retire, man.
No.
But go ahead.
needs
he
to.
should retire because now he team hopping.
Right.
Hello. All right, next on Sunday's list
Football
of
whore.
games, we got
Passing it out.
Neighborhood housekeeper.
drop it low, hey, drop it low, hey.
Yeah,
drop
come on.
Next on the list, we got the Packers taking on the Texans.
Packers.
I'm gonna say AR's gonna have definitely
Yeah.
after last week. He's
That
gonna
nigga
have
gonna be
something
pissed.
Yeah,
to
that boy need his face back.
yeah. That'll be Packers across the board. It looks like.
Oh yeah. I will not go against AR on that one.
Nah.
I feel bad
This
for
gonna be.
Houston.
This right here is an interesting one.
Yeah, this is gonna be interesting. Cleveland takes on the Bengals.
I'm going with the killer.
You going with the killer?
I don't look. Baker Mayfield has lost. I tried to have some respect for him and tried to have faith in him and hope for him. I don't give a damn. Your ribs is bruised. You played and you played like trash.
Right.
No. Let's go. I'm going with killer.
All right.
I'm going with the killer. I can't because even the killer and the Bengals they play tough.
Yeah, they do. They do.
And Bengals are 1-4-1 versus the Browns are 4-2.
They could easily be like 3-3, 2-3.
Right.
So I'm
I'm
going.
going. I'm going Cincinnati.
I'm going Mayfield, the boys.
What?
I'm stepping out there, nigga. Tina, nigga, Tina. I
Oh,
feel the spirit of
man.
Tina. I don't know.
The next game on
Next
the
game,
roster.
please.
Next game is going to be the Saints taking on the Panthers.
Next game, please.
Saints and the Panthers. Saints are 3-2. Panthers are 3-3 right now.
The way they played last week was so
Panthers?
garbage, yeah.
Yeah.
And then,
Let's be fair.
okay.
It was the Bears, and that Bears defense is still good.
Yeah.
So I'm not gonna like trash him for having a bad game
I get that.
against that defense.
Yeah. However,
However, he did make a couple of
He had
bad
a couple-
throws.
right.
So
Didn't he fumble?
no, he threw a couple of bad picks.
Okay.
It was
Yeah, it was-
almost.
Speaking of fumble, I meant to bring this up. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
Lord.
What's up with Zeke?
Oh,
We'll talk
we'll
about
talk
that.
about that.
Okay,
We'll
We'll
get to
talk
that.
about that. Wait.
We'll get to that.
We'll cheer that
Just
for later.
give me your pick. Who you going with?
I'm going with Breeze and Company. Yeah, I'm going with Breeze, nigga.
You know, I'm gonna go out on him. Let's go bridge over troubled water. Come on, Teddy. You got everybody in the Carolinas talking
on,
about
Teddy.
you. They want to be on you. They want to be on your side, but then you throw those bad interceptions and you making it hard.
Making it hard.
Man, you
And
better.
Saints
than
are
that.
coming off of a bye week, aren't they?
Yes.
Ooh. Yeah.
Which right now we see how time off is not doing nobody.
Right.
any
I'm
good.
going Carolina. I'm gonna go Carolina.
All right.
All right, next. This is actually I'm actually kind of interested to see this game.
I'm gonna go Lions.
Can I say the game first?
I'm sorry.
I didn't even get the teams out my mouth.
Detroit and Atlanta.
Detroit and Atlanta. Who are we going? Because Falcons don't have Dan Quinn, and they, like I said last week, they had something to prove, and
they proved it now.
Yeah,
now they about to sit back down.
Okay, but let's be honest.
Now here's the thing.
No,
go ahead.
Hey, be honest.
I am.
They played Kirk Cousins and they played the Vikings.
Right.
So that defense did look better, but I mean,
The Lions defense not that great.
yeah, but
I'm gonna say,
but y'all been in there every game.
but I'm saying, and if the offense clicked the way they did,
Last
like they did with Jacksonville,
Swift.
if they click like that, they'll beat Atlanta because Atlanta defense not that great.
No, you know what? I'm.
Lions
I'm just, I'm just worried about that
What up,
defense,
though?
man.
I'm going Detroit. What up, though? Come on now. Because if you talking about the rumors behind the scenes that's going on, Matt Patricia gonna coach up now.
And he gonna try
Because
to.
he
He trying to keep his job.
No, I want my job.
Nigga, I
Y'all
need this
me.
paycheck.
Yeah.
Trump talking about he ain't giving out no more stimulus check, nigga. I need to keep my check. I need to keep my job. I need to keep my job.
I'm gonna go Detroit because I think Patricia gonna try to coach him up. He wants to keep his job.
I'm gonna go Falcons.
Wow.
I still think the Falcons are on that. I have something to
Nigga,
prove.
I just think you anti-Detroit. That's all I'm saying.
No.
And Julio came back last week.
Yeah, I know Julio.
That's a difference maker.
It is. That's a difference maker. I mean,
a difference
it's a tough pick, man.
It
for
is.
me because I look at like I said, Detroit's defense.
All right, so you
Who's gonna cover Julio?
But that's what I'm saying. You follow the Lions more than us. So who's gonna cover him?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know.
I'm going out on a limb. I'm going Detroit.
Because Akuda not living up to par. They got Coleman back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not really that sold on Coleman.
Yeah.
They got somebody else back. I forgot.
All right, and our next game for Sunday, we have the Washington no-name team taking on Dallas Cowboys.
I had no faith in the Cowboys, man.
Hell
And
no.
I have no faith in...
They had Dak, I would choose the Cowboys.
Right.
Now,
But the way Zeke been fumbling and the way
man,
Andy
there you
Dalton
go.
looked,
Oh, that was.
he like he didn't have a clue.
Okay, can I say this?
Go ahead.
Now, because
Now he was rushed a lot.
he was, but can we keep it 100? Because that's what we do on the show.
That's what we do. We might as well.
Now, this is the same Cowboys scenario that was going on even when Dak was playing.
Right.
They would turn the ball over,
Right.
get behind,
Right.
still no defense.
Right.
But the difference is that Dak would miraculously bring them back
But
late
see, that's
in the game.
that's
y'all
my
don't have
issue with
Dak
this
now.
particular game because Washington is not a strong team.
No.
Now their
Absolutely
defense
not.
is a lot better than the Cowboys.
I'm just saying that all these Cowboys fans is talking about, it's Andy's fault. No, this is the same
Yeah,
team.
it's the same team. It's the same.
Same formula. Been
See,
playing
what
the
makes
same
it worse
way.
with Andy though,
Is
you
he's-
had
he's
Dak.
not coming
Dak
back
can utilize
like
his, Dak can utilize the weapons.
Yes.
But if you have, it's like having a gun with no ammo.
Yeah.
With Andy Dalton back there,
And you in a
can't
gunfight.
use the weapon because
Well, you
got-
gonna throw a pistol?
You know what I'm saying? Like,
and hope you kill somebody
Right.
with it.
right.
No, you're right though.
So that's the only problem.
But it goes to show how important Dak is to that team and
Exactly.
how now that he's hurt. I'm
Right.
curious how those negotiations are going to go. But back to
Jerry,
the
we
picks.
looking at you, Jerry.
Talking to
We
you,
looking
Jerry.
at you.
Should've
All right, so who we going?
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah, they look like ass right now.
I'm going Washington.
Yeah, I'm going Washington.
After all that,
too.
I'm going
I'm
Washington.
going Washington. Hell yeah, I'm going Washington.
I'm taking a trip to the
I would
DMV.
say that's
nigga.
all across the board is Washington.
And he just
Alright.
looked bad.
He looks horrible. Yeah. He looks
But
like
Zeke didn't
Cayenne
help.
Basura.
Zeke did not help.
This nigga coughing it up like he got a virus.
He probably be the next
But
one to say
you got the stomach flu,
corona.
nigga?
But I'm saying that's
Right.
But that's what they've been doing with every game this year.
I don't
Even
know what's
with
up
Dak.
with him, man. I eating it.
I'm saying that's what they've been doing with Dak.
Mm.
They've
would've-
been
he
turning
would've
over.
been set
They've been
down.
behind, and luckily Dak's been blowing up the stats and bringing them back in late in the
Right.
game.
Man.
Look, this is no surprise to me. So when you throw a bum ass Andy Dalton in there, I'm not surprised that it's happening. The team is trash.
That nigga.
The team
Well,
is
we
trash.
shall
Ezekiel
see.
looking like Tiki Barber.
I remember when Tiki Barber had that string of fumbles.
Man.
Hey, but remember when he changed it and went high and tight?
Why nobody not doing that, though? Why nobody not teaching people that?
Come on, bro.
The people that's fumbling, go to the Tiki Barber. Then. Go to the
fundamental.
That nigga, I mean, he was not fumbling no more. That nigga.
Something they don't have time to teach.
Right, but go ahead.
All right, next we have the Steelers taking on the Titans.
That's 2 undefeated teams, ain't it?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yeah, that's a makeup game.
Both is 5-0.
Oh, they in Tennessee? And they allowing fans? You know what? So if you put Ben Roethlisberger versus Tennessee's defense, and then you say Ryan Tannehill versus Pittsburgh's defense, I'm going Pittsburgh. Yep. That defense is too nasty. Even though they did lose Devin Bush, that's a big loss.
It's a big loss, but their whole
from the University of Michigan. Just want to say
yes,
that.
nigga, we know.
We know. We are very much aware.
Go blue.
Yeah, I'm going.
Ohio State's been kicking y'all ass, nigga.
I'm going.
Why you gotta take my moment, nigga?
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's what we do.
I'm just saying.
Did I bring up how many times Kansas City lose? Now they winning. Did I bring up the past?
Well, then I can always bring up the Lions. So.
I'm just saying, but I bring up. But do I bring it up? But do I bring it up?
Not going to be on the winning side of this.
Thank you. That's what
I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to win an argument. I'm trying to prove a point. There's a difference. I'm trying to.
You argue for.
I'm not
you
trying
love to argue to win.
I'm trying to prove a point, not win an argument. There's a difference. I'm trying to. There's a difference. No, there is a difference. Look it up. There's a difference. There's a difference. You can make a point. You can make a point and prove an argument. That's two different things.
Anyway, who is you going with? We going Pittsburgh. Who is you going with?
Fucking analytical guy.
Now I'm going with the Titans, nigga.
Wow.
Of course.
I mean, but you know what?
It's gonna be
I'm not
interesting
going to
game.
lie. Ryan Tannehill's been playing ball.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been.
I'm tempted to take Pittsburgh. Don't get me wrong.
He's been making the throws he needs to make, and then so it's not just a.
Not just a Derrick Henry thing, right?
It's not. It's not. It's not no more.
Right.
Last year you could say that.
Right.
But now
This year, you definitely can't say that.
I can't say that.
Right.
Because Ryan Tannehill is making you play him, and he's going to make. He's been making some plays.
Right.
He's still been making some mistakes.
Yes.
Very much so.
But I mean, hey, they're 5-0, and for them to be dealing with all that COVID shit to still be 5-0, I give them credit.
I'm still taking my Steelers.
Oh yeah, of course I'm still going with Pittsburgh.
All right, next, which is going to be interesting because Seahawks are coming off a bye week as well. Seahawks are taking on the Cardinals.
5-0 for
5-0. We're talking about Russell. We're talking about he's had rest.
Kyler Murray. Kyler. I mean, don't get me wrong. They played Dallas. They look good.
I'm going Seahawks.
All right. If they had Jamal Adams, he's still hurt. So I'm gonna go out on a limb. I'm gonna go Arizona. I think it'll be a close game, but man, just the way Kyler Murray was moving, it's like he takes a couple of quick steps and he's past you.
Yeah.
The Seahawks defense been playing that bend but don't break defense, and so here's the issue with that is when you have that Kyler Murray factor.
Yeah,
that's a whole different. Then you had to add into that.
Then you add Larry Fitzgerald.
Right, you got
Hall of Famer.
Then you got to add in
DeAndre Hopkins.
DeAndre Hopkins.
Then you saw what Kirk did last night.
It's a good
matchup.
That's a good matchup.
And it's a division game.
And it's a good gamble.
It's a division game because
It's a gamble, but I'm not gambling. I'm going with Seahawks.
Oh, you going Seahawks? Okay.
I'm gonna go Seahawks.
Oh, yeah, I'm not going to gamble on that one.
I'm going Arizona.
You
Hey, I can see. I
took all my gambling chances last week. Okay, I'm good.
I'm just going by like matchup wise.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a good matchup because I was tempted to take him.
It's going to be
I'm
a
just saying
close game.
Jamal Adams is pretty much Russell Wilson on that defensive side. Don't get me wrong, you still got Bobby Wagner, you still got KJ Wright, but when you got Jamal Adams on the back end, that's that safety that you can move them all over the field.
And I think the Seahawks is due for a loss though.
Oh yeah.
And they're coming off of a
division
bye.
games.
Yeah, and they're
due
coming
for
off a bye. They're coming off a bye.
I'm gonna
week,
stick with it
so
because I'm trying to.
I'm
trying to be strategic and
get back in.
Get back in this thing.
We're gonna see. We gonna see.
What we got next?
Up next, of course, are your boys. The Chiefs are playing the Broncos.
That may be across the board. They're playing the Broncos.
Yeah, I'm not even going.
I'm about to say you were waiting for us to say what we
You
wanted.
put that across the board.
Yeah,
I guess.
I mean, the Broncos
it's
like the
across
new
the
Jets,
board.
nigga. Who's talking about?
If y'all had to guess, we're all taking KC.
Next.
Yeah, this is gonna be an interesting
This is
game.
going to be an interesting game. My boys, the Patriots, are taking on the 49ers.
Y'all need a win.
We definitely need a win.
Y'all need
but
a win. But don't you sleep on New England just because San Francisco because they got injuries. They 3-3 and
They're 3-3.
playing tough.
They're playing tough.
You know
They're
what?
playing to win right now.
I'm going San
With the
Fran.
I'm going
way-
San Fran too. I did not like the way y'all look.
That's what my deciding factor of the first and only time I probably will go against my boys because I don't like how Cam looks right now.
Oh, you going San Fran?
I'm going San Fran.
What?
I don't like how Cam looks right now. I don't feel like he is up to par.
Oh, then give me New England.
To even
Give me New England.
All right.
I gotta win, nigga. I gotta get up in here.
Yeah, I love my boys, but
That boy Mel making
after
strategic moves. He said, "Oh fuck fuck the football."
it's gonna be an interesting game.
Nigga said, "I want that belt."
Nigga said, I need to at least get the second place.
He said, "I'm trying to get the second place."
Yeah. All right, Jags are taking on the Chargers.
They're going Chargers.
Come on,
Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah,
Justin Herbert got to win one now, and
Right.
if it's not this one, I don't know what it's gonna be.
It's gonna be this.
That's
one.
across the board.
Yeah.
Chargers
It's
across
gotta
the
be this
board.
one. Gotta be this.
Ooh,
one.
this is gonna be a good one too.
Rounding up Sunday's games at 8:20 p.m. on NBC will be the Raiders versus the Buccaneers. Yeah, I'm taking
Look,
Bucks.
I know Raiders
Brady.
got that win over my Chiefs. I get it.
Yeah, but
And
I don't think they're ready for this game yet.
Look,
They are, but not. It's gonna be a close game.
I'm just saying they already played their Super Bowl against my Chiefs. They won, but they still 3-2, and I'm not sold on Derek Carr. I'm not sold
Absolutely
on the
not.
Raiders. And then you.
Are you speaking from not liking the Raiders?
No. No.
Okay.
I'm speaking as because that defense still, even though they got pressure on Patrick, that game was 24-24 at halftime.
Mm-hmm.
They made adjustments, and Chiefs failed to make adjustments coming out of halftime. That's why I think why they lost. But come on, you telling me that same defense shows up against Aaron Rodgers? And then you tell me all Tom Brady has to do is just throw a couple of play action passes and let the running game do what he do? That defense of Oakland, Las Vegas.
They keep changing.
Yeah, they keep
Oakland,
Los Angeles. Now Las Vegas.
Right.
Raiders.
They gonna be the
Raiders.
I'm just going to call them everywhere Raiders.
right. I've
They
been
are the
everywhere. Hey, breaking news: the Raiders are moving to Anchorage.
Again? The niggas moving again?
Room Raiders is what they are.
No, I'm going to go Tampa Bay.
The Tomb Raiders.
That defense
I'm going
gonna be
Tampa.
nasty. That defense going to be nasty on them boys.
Yeah, I think that's across the board, people.
Yeah.
All right, so that's Sunday's game.
Prove us wrong then, Raiders. I'm just saying. Prove us wrong.
You know,
Especially their defense.
no, don't prove us wrong this time.
Lose. I need to.
I'm okay with getting proved wrong.
I mean, you are because you're in the lead, 62-28-1. Shut up. Monday's game, we have the Rams
Stop Bears.
taking on the Bears. Bears are 5-1. Rams are 4-2.
Chicago.
Yeah.
I'm going Chicago. I got to.
I was gonna go Chicago, but you take Chicago. No.
I mean, I
I feel like the Rams still have some holes in the potential of what they were playing earlier in the season. It's not right. They're playing right now. So I'm gonna go Bears.
I'm going Rams.
I know you're doing that as a strategy.
Yeah, but I need you to look
I
at
know
the-
deep
I
down
know.
inside you like, now.
I was gonna go Chicago until you said Chicago.
Oh,
if you
see?
said Chicago, I was like, I'm going Rams.
Well, we know he'll be.
look.
I mean, like, okay, here's the thing.
They gotta
The
play that
Bears
defense.
got a great defense. And look at how the Rams looked last week. Let me tell you, how the Rams look all season.
Period.
I mean, I like the way Cooper Kupp is playing. I like it. Of course, Aaron Donald.
Right.
But golf been up and down, up and down, up and down, up
Yep.
and down.
But that's what I'm saying. Those 4 wins against the NFC East, the worst division in football.
Right. So it's like,
So how good are you really?
right.
So because
Well, this is see.
I'm just saying you go up against a division opponent. They know you pretty well. They smacked you around.
Yeah.
And now you're going against a quality team. Well,
here's
not a quality team, a quality defense.
And this is what here's my shining light, so to speak.
Let your light shine.
Thank you, Lord.
Shine on.
Yeah. I think that the deciding factor could be that the quarterback for the Bears is garbage.
Nick Foles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I'm hoping that Nick Foles have a Nick Foles
Foles day.
day.
As in
a bad day.
No.
So-
Nick Foles, not good old Saint Nick.
Right. So that
When
might
he be
that
at
could
Saint
be
Nick is when he
that's the
saves the
deciding
game.
factor,
When he
right?
saving days.
And that's the deciding
Nick-
factor. If Nick Foles
Now,
had
if Nick
one of those,
Foles show up,
if Nick
It's
Foles
good.
show
It's
up, we're
Captain
straight.
NF
if good Saint
show
Nick
up.
show
Right,
up,
because
it ain't-
I mean, the Rams defense not garbage. It's not boo boo.
They not. But I'm saying if
So you
if
put some
good
pressure-
Saint-
Donald
but
put some
good-
pressure on
good
him?
Saint Nick is good for 4 or 5 touchdowns in the game. Nick Foles is good for 5 touchdowns where he throw
Five
two
touchdowns the other way.
interceptions.
Yeah, two for him,
Right.
and then 3 to the other team. So, I mean, it might go the other way.
We'll see.
He gonna get 5 touchdowns somehow.
Right, anywhere it go.
All right.
Thank you, Nick.
Picks is in.
Picks are in. They are locked.
Speaking of picks,
in.
Nick, we need you to throw a couple.
He needs you to go a couple because
He's trying
we
to get back
need
in the game.
good old Saint Nick to show up in this game. All right, so what game are you guys looking forward to the most? Any last remarks you guys have on the games from last week? What's your mindset right now?
I'm actually kind of looking at the hot seat, the hot seat carousel we
So
had
you got,
going on.
So you got
yeah.
Patricia, you got Marone, and you got Gates.
I think Marone might be to me, in my opinion, Gates should already been gone, but I
think Marone might be next.
I think Marone, yeah,
Yeah, because I think
because I can see Jacksonville just be like,
and I think
done with
Patricia's
this. We done
gonna
with this,
last
yeah.
the whole season.
I think Patricia's gonna last the whole season.
Patricia's definitely probably gonna last the whole season.
But see, the talks I've been listening to is more about getting rid of Patricia, not Quinn. That's the problem. I think the Lions still not gonna move forward.
talking like the GM.
Man, they need to get rid of the whole regime.
Yeah, you have.
Start from
I never
scratch.
understood that. If you fire a coach, get rid of the GM.
Well,
But
it depends on how they was
came.
hired, how
Yes.
they came.
But I'm
they
saying-
came as a package deal. That's why they should be gone.
If they're a package deal, get rid of the whole thing.
Right.
But if say, okay,
Well, let me say there's a caveat. They did hire Quinn first, but I mean by package deal because Quinn brought him in because they ties.
if you really think about it, the best organizations hire their GM first. They hire their coach next.
Right.
Because the GM and the coach need to have the same mindset and be on the same page. Because
Right.
the GM is the ones that's making the moves.
Right.
To get you the personnel that the coach wants.
Right.
So if the coach comes and says, hey, I want this guy. All right, let me see if I can make it happen. So if they're not on the same page, just cut both the heads off, start over.
Right.
So,
So I might agree with you, Marone.
yeah, I think Marone might go
Yeah, I
first.
think Marone might go.
Even though Gay should have been gone.
Gates
Even though
should
Gay
have
should-
They shouldn't even made it this season.
that part.
First of all, Gay shouldn't even got hired
Hired.
again as another coach.
Right.
Head coach.
Right. That too.
Yo, I looked at his stat. He's
Yeah,
supposed to be.
I saw that.
He's supposed to be an offensive guy. He ain't never had an offense, whether he was offensive coordinator or head coach, ranked higher than 25th.
It's crazy.
Again, that's where like we were
Where
saying
the fuck
that,
these motherfuckers getting these jobs from?
and titles of guru
Right.
and things
And
of that
where the
nature,
comedy
but,
is,
yeah.
the way
But-
that it's a comedy is.
But a
nigga.
motherfucker that look like us, got it like Eric Bieniemy,
Right.
in Kansas City,
haven't-
who has proven to coach a stellar offense.
Right.
I just want to say to the Fords, Bieniemy looks good as a coach. Just want to say.
No, just period. There's gonna be some coaching
Well, nigga,
openings.
I'm being selfish, nigga.
Shit, fuck that.
He was not
I'm just
worried
saying.
about you with
I'm
that.
just saying. If Adam
was-
Gase is getting paid millions of dollars to do this,
Right.
To lose.
To put this product
come
out.
Come hire me.
Right.
I could do that job. I could coach.
Nigga, I can
coach
lose. I
stupid.
can lose,
I could
nigga, for money.
For money.
Hey, I can coach and lose.
Yeah.
I'm like,
just saying.
just play that
First
nigga.
female coach right
Listen,
here.
Right,
I
I'd be
got
like-
you. I got you covered.
Just play that nigga right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you right there going in there.
Oh, water boy.
Right.
Can you
can
catch?
get-
Right.
Go on in there.
They be like, excuse me.
Hydrate yourself
I be
first.
ordering
Hydrate
pizza,
yourself.
watching the game.
I'll be
Matter
smoking a
of
blunt.
fact,
Oh, you
Top
can't-
Pro
can't do that.
CH.
I'm still getting paid for this, right?
But that is definitely the factor. Like, y'all are getting paid all these millions and millions and millions of dollars.
For that product he putting out, it's
Yeah,
just like,
it's
horrible.
trash.
why you still got a job, bro?
Pittsburgh, Tennessee,
That's gonna be a good one.
Seattle, and Arizona. I think those are two matchups for sure.
Yeah.
That I'm looking.
I'm
at.
interested to see what the Patriots do,
Yes.
I'm interested.
how they come back
Yes.
from that loss,
Because
that horrible loss.
Because I'm telling you this.
That's a horrible
even
loss,
though San
but-
Fran's been hurt, they still will punch you in the mouth.
It's a horrible loss, but this is my thing.
It's on.
If you look at Cam's season before the Patriots, when Cam loses one game, he goes on a small bit of a losing streak.
Yeah.
So then you factor, like I was saying earlier, you factor that he's been sick.
Yep.
He is not.
Team ain't been practicing together.
He's not in the shape. It's going to take him a couple weeks to get back.
I'm thinking 3-4.
Yeah, it's going to take him a couple weeks.
But that's a whole month.
Now, do I expect him?
That.
You can't. Now, do I expect him to do better
that might take him out of playoff.
Not at week 7, you can't.
No, he couldn't afford to get sick when he got sick.
No.
But now, do I expect him to play better than last week?
We all
Dang Skippy. But this is the thing. This is what I remember when I played basketball. Whenever the doctor gives just a little bit to where they can release you, they're going to release you. That don't mean you're fully back all the way 100%.
You're right.
Yeah,
and
they just put Band-Aids on you in the NFL.
Right. There's no way that he is back 100%.
Take some Robitussin, you be good.
I don't feel that he's even back 75% right now.
Ooh, damn, you lowballing that nigga.
Well, you
I'm looking at how he played.
I know you're right though.
And he's not what his potential is.
Well, let's say.
And Belichick can coach the snot out of him.
If he keep holding on to that ball so long, like
first of all, we said that.
We
said that in the beginning of the season.
He stood there.
Can't run.
You saw that hit? That was a big hit. Listen. And he was just literally just standing there.
Right.
Didn't move, which is weird because he likes to run.
Right.
Just stood there like he was stuck in cement.
He might. I mean, it might be affecting his cognitive ability.
But that's my point.
But here's the thing. Here's the thing about COVID. First and foremost, they have made some advances in medicine that'll help you progress further, faster.
Agree.
However, they still requesting that you do a 14-day quarantine. He didn't do that.
Yeah, he did like 10 or 11 or something like that.
Yeah.
But just because his test came back negative, like the same
yeah, but I don't
with
mean
Nick
that.
Saban.
You can get a false negative.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was going to say. You can get a false negative. And the fact that, honestly...
You get a false positive.
Right.
But not only can you get a false negative, but... I know when we did our COVID testing here, one of the nurses says once you've tested positive for it automatically, you're going to, not only that, your next test is going to show you're still positive. So 14 days, is the granted period of when, you're supposed to be good. And yes, granted, medicine has come a little bit further to getting us closer to having a cure. But we also don't know, because they're rushing that process of trying to find a cure and all this other nonsense, we don't know the extra side effects and what it's going to take on the body.
Right.
And you're talking about a star athlete.
Right.
Taking it. We don't know if he's taking it. Don't say I said he said it, because that's not what I said.
He's taking bleach.
Right. I didn't say that. But we don't know. We don't know what extent of, because he is in the spotlight, in the public eye.
Right.
They do have around corners and access to things that us normal folks don't.
Yeah.
But we don't know what it's going to affect on his body. And like I said before, this already affects your respiratory system.
Right.
You're right.
As a athlete, you rely on your respiratory system.
You're right.
And when you can't breathe, like you said, when you can't breathe, you can't get that kind of breath and oxygen to your body.
You got to think about the respiratory system had to do with your breathing, had to do with getting oxygen, which goes to your brain.
Which controls everything else.
Which is the most important shit.
Hence why I am.
That's why you look like a deer in the headlights when they rush, and you like,
hey.
Hence why
I'm just saying.
I jump shit.
He was literally standing like
this. Talking about fight or flight.
But that's the thing too. His reaction time is not what it needs to be.
Ooh.
Do y'all not see why I jump ship?
I'm talking to you, Cam.
I hope he all right.
My nigga right here got the cure. Come holler at this nigga. DM us. We get your number. All right, go ahead.
I just want to know, when did he get when did this happen? I feel like I need to get us some kind of contract.
First of all, Cam know where the good at. I remember when
he must don't, because that nigga.
No, whatever. There was when I used to live in Charlotte.
Right.
I know a couple.
Y'all
of people.
buying from the same people.
No. I'm saying I know a couple of people.
That know some people that know some people.
That when he flipped his car, he might have had a little Don badge.
Allegedly.
Anyway.
Anywho, what?
All right. Next.
You guys
Segue.
have our top picks for the week. You have
Go to our
week
website where all our
7.
shit is at.
Right.
Yeah, let's go
Yeah,
because
'cause,
it's about to
go well.
It was about to go.
Make sure you check out the website www.ioftenwonder.com. You'll find out all the information there. Please make sure that you hit subscribe onto everything YouTube
And share.
Like and share.
Let's talk about that for a
Let's
second.
go. Let's go.
Let's talk about that.
Let's
for a second.
go.
I appreciate. I can only speak for me. I
She appreciate.
all the love that y'all DM me about. That I've had a couple.
DMs?
I've gotten DMs. I've gotten people that I've said something about
I mean,
the show.
I'm cool,
I know
Yeah,
you
yours is not. You
Slide in
can't.
that nigga's DM.
Yeah, his.
I'm gonna direct you right to that nigga's.
Yeah, automatic link to from his to mine.
Forward message like a business email. Lamar is out of the
You
office.
see a picture of me like this?
Yeah.
But
I'm surprised
no.
you said that. I'm surprised you didn't say what I thought you was gonna say.
Don't do
Nah,
it.
nigga, it's the football show.
I appreciate.
Gotta keep it tame on the football show.
What?
Go ahead, nigga, finish.
I appreciate. I really do. We appreciate all the feedback, but you guys make sure you guys put it on the pages. Make sure you guys put it on the pages.
Share.
Like it.
helps
comment.
helps the algorithm.
You know what I'm saying?
But we love y'all feedback.
We do.
Love
we
it.
love it.
Love
We
it.
love
Love y'all
it
feedback.
automatically. I've got people that have been asking about wanting to come on the show. I appreciate it. We
We
definitely
need some more
support.
guests on the football show.
Yeah, we
Right.
definitely support everybody.
I.O.W. sports show. Girl, y'all
But,
come on and have
Come
some
on
arguments.
in.
Please,
Yeah,
because it's gonna be an argument.
anytime No Mercy want to come back.
Ooh,
Did he do that?
He did that.
He did that?
He called him
this
out.
nigga,
Yeah, I said that.
This nigga.
especially.
I can't wait till Kansas City start losing again. Nigga.
But you know what?
This nigga getting too much confidence down
But you know
there.
what?
Hold your breath.
But you know what? I have to agree with you
Hold your
because
When the Lions start
No
winning, nigga,
Mercy
I'll
was
be acting a
picking
fool.
Dak. And where's Dak right now?
Well, no, I'm not gonna pick on Dak.
I ain't gonna pick
because-
on the injury.
I'm
I'm
not
not gonna
gonna
pick
pick
on
on
his injury,
him
but
because
I'm
of
just
Dak.
saying.
I'm gonna pick on him because he perceived Dak greater than what he is.
He
But
perceives
then-
him over AR.
I know. That's-
Again, I don't know what COVID strain
Now,
he got, but
to me, Dak is important to the Cowboys.
Right.
He's not important to the league.
yeah, that's about it. That's
Right. I got
perfectly,
you, I
that's
got you.
perfectly said.
Does that make sense?
That's perfectly
Because
said.
Works for me,
he's,
nigga.
he's perfect for the Cowboys, but I'm like, you can have all those cupcake stats when you're losing all the time. Anyway,
Anyway, No Mercy, if you want to come on back, come on back. Because
Yeah,
we
come on
surely,
back.
we surely will. And I'm
don't be
still,
talking
And Rev,
about
too.
foolery. And
and
King
Rev, and I'm still
Revelation.
calling
Kang.
out my folks. I know y'all working on a Tuesday, but come on. Come on.
And also, we got a challenge for y'all.
Uh-oh.
We need to get 11 more subscribers.
11
Yeah.
more?
You know what I'm saying? We stuck at the same number for a while. Can we get 11 more subscribers?
11 more.
Come on,
on,
people.
y'all.
Yeah, I know
11 more
y'all-
subscribers.
And you'll get a
Tell a
free
friend, tell a
merch.
friend, and tell a friend.
You
Come
send
on.
your, well, I can't send 11 shirts, nigga.
No, I said
I'm gonna say the 11th
11.
one. The 11th one.
the 11th one.
The 11th one. Y'all got that?
11th
We
one.
get-
Now everybody will be holding out to be the 11th one.
No,
now.
okay, we'll do it this way. We'll do it this
I'm
way.
wait.
The next 11 people that subscribe to
Right.
the
10.
channel,
That's 10.
okay, will get entered into a contest
I like that.
I
to
get a
be to get the free merch. So
I like that.
once we hit those 11 people,
Okay.
those will be the names that are entered in. That I don't mean once y'all see this 11 already on there that y'all stop.
We throwing a
No.
free pair of sunglasses too.
Yeah.
Look at y'all.
You know what I'm
coming up with
saying?
Shit on the fly.
That's how we do. That's how we do.
Niggers.
And a matter of fact, we'll do this.
And a date with Barbara Walters.
Ooh.
Is that too far?
Too far.
Okay, 20 subscribers and a date with Barbara Walters.
Too far.
Look how much you worth.
I didn't
1,500? 1,500 subscriber and a kiss from Barbara Walters.
Oh.
Now you might get that many. If they jump,
Maybe we
that
get a
quick,
million. You getting the booty.
Let's go.
far.
Is that too far?
Because I'm about to choke
We
you.
trying to make this money, nigga. You trying to make this money.
I can't.
Come on.
Why?
We got